dude, it's really great to have you here. This is in a very exciting moment, and it's my absolute pleasure to introduce to all of you, Mr. Scotty Morgan, his brand new program, and you'll get into the whole thing. You're gonna kind of chalk it up and why we created it, and why we picked you. I know why we picked you, but a little backstory here for a lot of you. It's so interesting how you're given opportunities in your life to meet other people if you're open to it. And a lot of us, as we get older, and some of us here are older. No, I'm one of them. Scott's younger than me, but we have a tendency to kind of close down a little bit. We stay with our tribe and we hang out with our friends from high school, and then what happens a lot of times is that our friends move and our family moves and we move, and then people kind of move on because your interests don't really equal what their interests are, and that's just normal. That's life. And what happens is that your world, your relationships, and the people that keep you accountable, especially when it comes to taking care of yourself, it gets smaller and smaller, which can make it tougher and tougher. And one of the things that I've been very, fortunate, is to have learned a long time ago that it's important to keep reaching out and making new friends. I mean, our friend Brian Goldstein, who's was head of the LA gang task force for the FBI. He was just a dude walking down my street and said hello. And I said, come on in and work out. You know what I mean? Scott Pfeiffer was this weird dude that used to stare at us at the beach while we were working out. And then Bobby went up to him and said, hey, man, you should join us. And that's how your world grows and expands. And then, there's so many things can come from it. And so the point of saying that is that, when I was with Beachbody a while back, we used to do these little segments with certain people that were fans or had certain ideas. Or I don't know if you reached out to Beachbody or what at that point, or they found you, but
they found me for the golf video that we did.
So I went to a local golf course, and Scott, it wasn't actually the golf course that you were a pro at, but we thought this local one would be pretty cool. And we shot a little segment and we got along, and he was he's a PGA golf pro, or he was anyway. Yeah, man. And this guy he was a scratch golfer. Amazing. I think my best score ever was about an 86. I was drunk at the time. Probably not true either. But we just really got along, and then we shot this thing, and then Beachbody posted it or used it or whatever. And then I didn't, I was a good dude. I mean, at that point, I wasn't in that world of saying, hey, we should exchange numbers and emails. But you found me.
I did, because we did a second event at the Veterans Golf Course. It was a fundraising event.
That's right. Yeah.
And then you were generous and said, "Here's my assistant's email."
Oh, right. That's how I do it.
And I'm such a shy guy. It took me like almost a year to send that email off.
Yeah.
But to add on to that, that's how. So talking about how Scott Pfeiffer was invited, and so I finally get the nerve up to send that email. And at the time, you hadn't. Shauna was your assistant. Right, so I finally get the nerve up.
Who's my assistant?
Shauna was your assistant.
Shauna
before you're married.
That's right.
This is before you're married.
So I put her to work.
And I finally get the nerve up to send an email because I knew that you did the workouts down at the beach on Sundays.
Yeah.
Right, so I sent the email off. Shauna, it's Scott. I'm the golf pro. Tony might remember me from Jackson Hole because I had been to one trip in Jackson Hole.
Right.
I'm the golf pro. What does he charge for the Sunday workouts down at the beach?
$500,000.
So it took me forever to send that email off, right? And sure enough, the amazing assistant that she is, and now wife that she is, the response came back 5 minutes later.
Because she's good.
Hey, Scott.
Because she came to me and she said, hey, remember that guy, Scott? He did that golf thing with Beachbody, and there was that event, and he's been to one of your events in Jackson Hole. I was like, I'm not going to charge him anything. That's ridiculous. Just tell him to come and hang, and I'll get to know him a little bit better. And then we fell madly in love. And we ran off and got married.
BFF.
Didn't happen. Marriage thing was a fake thing.
But she responded back 5 minutes later, and she said, "There's no more workouts down at the beach. Just come up here to the house on Sunday at 10 o'clock." And then the rest is
history.
Is here we are today.
History.
Just is amazing.
And what's been great about Scott, he was a student of exercise science and kinesiology and proper eating, and you know what I mean. He's just sort of because he was a golf pro and a fitness aficionado, and he's one of the strongest guys I know now just from coming here so often. I mean, you were here 5 days a week for a long time. Whenever Jennifer let you leave the house, you would come here. Jennifer, let him come all the time. And then so, but you're just a great student of this world, and you walk the walk and you talk the talk, and you eat like, you eat exactly like you portray, or not portray, but you eat exactly like you would hope others to eat because it's benefited you.
Right.
And so, we just felt like, with Power Nation needed Scott Morgan, plain and simple. And, we've had great success with Brian and Chelsea and Michael and others. And it was your turn, man. It was your turn because Scott had so many amazing ideas. His program is very, very unique, and he's going to get into that in just a second or two. But, when we were talking about what were wanting to do, and that you're getting more and more comfortable in front of a camera and being able to, because it's not an easy process. Apparently it's hard. I don't know. I've been doing it for 5,000 years, but there's a lot going on when you have to have a certain style, you have to have a certain persona, so people will be interested in what you're doing. You're also dealing with the sequence of exercises, how to cue them, right? Because a lot of times, all of you that are watching, whatever you're walking, your head's on the floor, or you're looking the wrong way because you want to do the exercise right. So it's really up to Scott to be able to not only create the program, explain why it's effective, but also once he's on camera, all the interesting things that are important, the cueing and having cast members and dealing with cast members. And dude, you in flying colors, man, you came in and you did a wonderful job. So I'm going to shut up.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, I agree.
no,
I should shut up.
They want to raise their hand. They want you to shut up.
Someone to shut up.
No,
So
I
why
appreciate
don't
that.
you get kind of into, from the guts
Yeah,
to the go?
when you and Shauna reached out to me and said, we want you to create a program, right? And then I nearly passed out because I was so excited about doing that.
Because
But
you were doing it anyway for
I
everybody
was,
online.
yeah, I was.
Right,
I was
so-
putting out content, videos, and some of them that are on here live. I mean, early, March 2020. We all know I think we all know that's when the world went sideways, that month and that year. And that's when I started going live on Facebook, and then a little community started, and then the amazing that has happened with Power Nation has been, that really did get me ready for it. But to touch on what you finished off here about when I filmed here in LA in the gym, like, wow, did my appreciation level go like through the roof of what you're able to do. And then for me to experience that, I mean, I lost 5 pounds in those 4 days that we filmed.
Oh, wow.
Because it was so much energy
Right.
that you don't realize. And I'm not really working out much in the, now I'm on your role somewhat in the videos, but so I'm not doing a lot of pull-ups or push-ups. I'm more watching the workout partners is what I call them, as opposed to they're cast members, but I like calling them workout partners because that's what they're going to be for you at home.
Yeah.
They're your workout partners. But boy, did my appreciation level go up for that talent. But I was grateful to do it, and I can't wait to share with you. And we'll get into it right now. Like,
let's get into it.
So the call came through. Like, we want you to create a program. So then I went to work, and that was late 22 that I started writing notes down. Okay, I need to create a program. There's going to be six filmed workouts a week with one day off. So I went to work, and I broke it down into, I wanted to hit different body parts. So what I'm going to share with you tonight is basically taking you through a week of what that's going to look like in the Motown Express. Have we said it yet?
Hit that thing again. Can you hit it? Is it too late? Wait a minute.
I don't think they can hear it. That's it. It's coming.
That's it.
It's coming. It's a long one. Can they hear that? Raise your hand. Can you
Get
hear that?
off the tracks!
They
Get
can't
off
hear it. I don't know what's on.
tracks!
I
You
don't-
parked your car. Get the kids out of the car.
So I'm writing my notes. I don't know why they can't hear that. It's blowing our ears out.
I think they can hear it. I think
They can't hear it. So I'm writing my notes now. Super excited. We don't, that was late 22, and then we filmed in March, and then 6 days of workouts. I made each workout specific to the body parts. I wanted to do a shoulders and arms workout. I wanted to do a chest and back. But those two workouts, for instance, I'll jump a little ahead, but in the Uptown train,
I love the name. So explain why you call
Yeah, so
genius.
yeah, I grew up in New York. I lived in New York City for several years. So I was on that Uptown train often. I was going to Midtown. I was going to downtown. So 3 of the workouts in the program is called Uptown train, Midtown train, downtown train. Right. So that's the downtown train. So Uptown is going to be upper body workout, and then Power City. Thank you for naming that. Power City is going to be the chest and back workout. But what I specifically did was I separated the Uptown train from Power City because they're upper body movements. So I wanted to give there enough time for people to rest their shoulders, their biceps and triceps.
You've learned well.
So they're fully ready to do that Power City workout. So Motown Express, 6 days a week. Your first workout.
That's the name of the program.
Motown Express.
Motown Express.
Motown Express.
Nice.
Which, we went back and forth on several names, and
we were going to call it Gewürztraminer or bust, but we
didn't
think that, or banana cakes and kneecaps. Didn't feel like it was going to work.
Or Don Chatting with you. That's another story. That's another story.
Latin. Don Chatting speaks. None of those felt right.
I don't want to get too far. I'm going to go one workout at a time and what you're going to experience in the Motown Express. So the first workout is called Motata. And some of you that have been in fitness, you've heard of Tabata. This is Mobata. So Mobata
for Scotty Mo.
For Scotty Mo.
Again,
so the Mobata workout is a HIIT type of workout. Now, as I instantly said HIIT, now I know there's a lot of people watching here that they're in the nation, right? They're in Power 4. But I know a lot of people that are watching online are people that might be meeting me for the first time and maybe being on your platform for the first time. So I'm not even sure why I said that. Squirrel.
So I saw that squirrel.
So it might be squirrel.
Charlie's going to get the
Nobody throw a tennis ball.
We're good to go.
Nobody throw a tennis ball. So Mobata is, I know, HIIT, right? So I said the word HIIT, HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. But I just wanted because I've met several people in my years of trying to lean into this fitness world that HIIT was it would scare people off.
It's scary. I don't want to do that. I want to do one exercise and then smoke a full cigarette.
Right. So
and then do the next one.
So Mobata is a HIIT style workout, but what's important for them to know is that, and I shared this in our quick live we did, is YIT, YIIT, which is your intensity interval training, where you decide what your intensity is going to be. I think intimidating is what HIIT I think sometimes can happen for people, and I don't want that to happen.
YIT sounds fun.
YIT.
HIIT sounds like someone's going to get hurt.
YIT. Don't get poked in the eye with your. Watch out for your YIT.
Whatever you do, don't call somebody.
It's your intensity, right? So when you in basically all the workouts, I've put together. How should I say it? So I'm gonna back up. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Mobata is 6 blocks of movement. So there's 6 blocks of work, and in each block is 2 moves. And you're going to alternate between the 2 moves for 20 seconds, right? So move number 1, 20 seconds, 10-second break, 20 seconds on move 2, and then you're going to repeat that 2 moves 5 times. And we do that for 6. You do that for six blocks. That's the Mobata workout.
You're gonna have to learn the sign to be able to do that routine. Or not. Yeah.
But here's why I wanted to start you off with Mobata, because what I've done in the Uptown train, in the Midtown train, and Power City, you're going to do a hypertrophy workout in the beginning, and then I tag on Mobata moves on the same day in the same workout. So in that 45 to 55-minute workout, not only are you going to do a hypertrophy type move, we're going to put the weights down, and then you're going to hop on the Mobata train and do some Mobata and get the heart rate up in the same exact workout. And that right awesome. There is the epitome of the entire program. Am I talking too fast? Because I feel like
no. You're turning pale, but you're great.
I'm gonna check my pulse.
No, man, your level of enthusiasm and excitement.
I'm through the roof.
It's contagious, man.
I'm through the roof. I'm starting to sweat. Actually, I'm starting to sweat. But what's important for you to remember is Mobata is going to be tagged onto the tail end of your hypertrophy workout. And like when I
Now, up to
describe,
6 workouts, is that on all of them?
it's on 3 of them.
3 of them.
So you do Motata is all by itself.
Gotcha.
That's day one of the programs. You're going to do Motata, so you're going to get an idea what Motata is all about, because I did that on purpose. So now you're going to know that when Uptown train comes, which is the very day 2, that you know that, hey, we're going to do Uptown train. We're going to work your shoulders, biceps, and triceps. And when we're done with that, the weights get put down. And guess what? We're going to do 2 rounds of Motata on top of that. And that's where I think when I started putting that together and started testing it out with myself and some other folks, I think that's where this program is going to be different from the thousands of programs that are out there.
Yeah, which is why we wanted to have you on the platform in the first place, because your ideas were brilliant. And I mean, when you look at exercise in general, what you're trying to do is get the most out of the time you're spending doing what you're doing. And a lot of times it's just all bodybuilding, and that's cute. If you want to, do that. And then there's, of course, other people doing CrossFit, which is, there's something else there. A lot of people want to sit on their bike, for an hour. I don't know how they do that unless they have a lobotomy. But what's great about what you've done, dude, is it's fun because Sean and I were watching the editing of your stuff. It was really fun to watch it. Is that it's all about muscle recruit, and it's all about calories burned, and it's all about a lot of different things all at once. And so the muscle recruitment is through the roof, and that kind of variety, that little shift that you create in those 3 workouts is going to be really, really cool for folks, because it won't feel like one thing all the way through. It'll be like, here's section 1. All right, we're done with that. Let's move on to something different.
That's exactly what I wanted to do, was to try to put two workouts together. You described that perfectly.
Thank you very much.
Perfectly. Now, the other thing I'm going to add on to that is that in many of the hypertrophy workouts, the downtown train, they're by seconds. So you're going to be doing moves for 45 seconds or 50 seconds. So I wanted to get away from rep counts of that 8 to 10 or 12 to 14. I wanted to kind of
not that there's anything wrong with that.
That's exactly right.
We just want to do something different.
Right. Yeah. And then the third thing that I want to share is something that you pointed out when we started filming. He started hearing me saying form first. I want you to be thinking about your form first. And that became my tagline for many of the workouts going forward, because that's really what you're going to hear me say a lot is your form is first, like how you're doing that shoulder, that alternating shoulder press or that bicep curl. You're going to hear me say form first. So it's not about trying to lift 50-pound dumbbells and trying to lift the most you can. I want your 45 seconds of alternating shoulder presses to be form focused and not worrying about trying to get 10 or 12 reps done with 50-pound weights. You can obviously be able to maneuver that weight within the 45 seconds that they're going to be able to experience, but
that'll take some trial and error, and that's like anything else. Anybody who did P90X or one of my other programs, it wasn't like you knocked that out of the park on day 1. You know what I mean? So, what I would say, and this is something that we discussed during the course of the shoot, is to be really conservative early on when it comes to the hypertrophy stuff and the weightlifting and the band stuff. Start kind of light and see what and see if you want to go heavier later as you move through the program. And then that way, safety first, and then your form first philosophy will you'll be able to adapt to that pretty quickly. But just as per usual, take your ego out of this thing, man. I mean,
I thought that the driving here. Yes.
You're welcome.
Wow, that's weird.
Well, I have known you a while.
You leave your ego.
I planted all I know, because I'm going to retire right after this Zoom call. It's all yours, buddy. I'm out. And going skiing in Jackson Hole for the next 30 years. Bye-bye. No.
So that's key, is that you think about form first. They're by seconds that you're going to go for seconds, and your workout partners that you're going to meet. Some of them that you've met before, like a Victor. You've met Victor several times. But you're going to meet some new workout partners of yours, and you're going to see that we encourage them to pick the weight that they work with, or maybe they can go heavier. You're going to see times where some will go lighter, some will power up, some will power down throughout the workouts, which is. And then
I think I sort of recall, the shoot was a while ago, but you would say, okay, you're the power up person and you're the power down. So we would switch them up a little bit.
That's right.
Just to make it more fun and make it more interesting.
Yeah. So Motata. So that's why I want to talk about it first, because you're going to see Motata style exercises throughout 4 of the workouts, right? Motata by itself, Uptown train is going to be followed with Motata, Midtown train, and then Power City. The pull up, I can't wait to share them about the push and pull workout. I'm really excited about that one. We're testing that out with some with some people, and they really like that. So
That's 4. What are the other 2?
well, there's Motata, and then there's Uptown Train, Midtown Train, Downtown Train, Power City, and then Moga. Moga is the stretching day.
Yo, Moga.
So they're still
And
gonna have
by the way,
7th
don't
day.
skip the Moga.
Do
all right?
not skip
Yeah.
Moga.
Yeah, you can actually drink a Moga after the Moga. And that's a special thing that I just made up.
And it's some of these beautiful people on here who tagged it Moga. Right? Tim shaking head.
Tim, yeah, that's right, Tim. I love you too, bro.
So Moga, well, I'll save that for the end, because that's kind of your rest day, but it's a specific day that you're supposed to be spent breathing and really feeling how powerful you just proved to yourself the week to 5 days earlier, right? But there's going to be a 7th day that's their rest day to do whatever they want. And I always like it to be a reflection
active
day.
recovery kind of day, or hiking or biking or walking or playing with your kids, or it doesn't mean just sit on the couch and go through 3 boxes of bonbons. Right now.
But it's the prep day.
But you can watch I Love Lucy, but you have to do jumping jacks during the commercials. That's in the program. Isn't that in the program? You know what's great, and then when Scott and I were kind of looking at at what it would be, and what he was the genius when it came up with all the names and all the sequence. It was all him. I mean, I've been a muse, I guess, of sorts for years, but this came straight out of his noggin. And what I really appreciated from you, dude, is that you put yoga, aka Moga, into the program, and I think Scott's program, as much as any that I've ever done with yoga, because I put yoga in almost everything. This is a very clear, this program in particular is a very clear, what's the terminology I'm using? Display of how the yoga Moga helps you perform better and quicker while avoiding injuries with all the other routines. Because his routines, if you're turning up the volume, right? If you've done it, maybe you're into your 2nd week, 3rd week, 4th week. There's a tendency. I'm going to lift 3 to 5 more pounds here. I want to try that. It's the range of motion, the balance, the stability, and the strength combination that comes from your Moga session that allows people to avoid the injuries and the not the boredom, because you can't get bored doing your thing because it's so gorgeous. But the the injuries and the lack of results long term. And that's just, so not everybody has yoga in their programs, but you put it in, and I think you're a genius because of it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, and again, a lot of the people that I see on here that, they coined Moga. I told them when I hopped on Zoom with them, I said, I want to do some kind of stretching. I'm not.
Who came up with Moga on a?
Not my some of the beautiful.
It was Wendy. It totally was Wendy. She said
it might have been Dan. It might have been Christine. It might have been it might have been Karen. So it became Moga, and I'm going to describe what Moga is at the end of our call tonight to share the 6th day that you're going to spend with us, and I'll go into more detail of what that's going to be, of what Moga is. But trains, right? So Uptown train. So day 2, we're on the platform and waiting for the Uptown train. I'm not going to play the sound of the train because some of you are not hearing a train, but you're going to.
I'm not doing a good job.
Uptown train. So the Uptown train, like we've already described, is going to be your shoulder, bicep, tricep day. And what you're going to recognize in a lot of my workouts, I do things in blocks. You're going to do a number of blocks in a workout. And in the Uptown train, you're going to do 3 blocks of workouts. And in each block, there's going to be a shoulder, bicep, and tricep move inside that block. And you're going to do the move for 45 seconds. There's a 15 to 20-second break.
Pick the right weight.
And we go right to the bicep. Right. There's going to be, in the beginning, you're going to choose your weights that you're going to be able to do, an alternating shoulder press. But you only have 15 seconds to switch your weight or to keep that weight to go right into the alternating hammer curls. And I also did that on purpose.
Part of another block.
In one block, you'll do a shoulder, bicep, tricep.
Yeah.
We finish that.
Get a 15-minute break.
And
keep
then
the weight,
you get
the weight, do another block.
Then you get a 1-minute break. I described what the 3 moves are for block 2, and then a break, and then block 3. So in each block, you're going to see a different shoulder move, a different bicep move, and a different tricep move. Now, here's the other thing I want to add to it is that I purposely
do you see? I can't remember because it was March. Do you see the same move twice, or did you just go?
You don't. You just see one move.
It's like an adventure walk through the forest. It could be
Yes.
flat, it could be steep, it could be downhill,
That's
there could be
right.
squirrels, there could be bears, there could be lions, there could be tigers. Which is great. It's not all tigers.
It's not all.
Not all tigers. The other
No,
dog
there's
is like
Charlie
tiger.
bears.
There's another
There's
thing.
Charlie bears.
Tiger.
There's some
Oh
Charlie
my God, I'm so sick and tired of tigers. That's right, dude.
So 3 blocks of the Uptown train, right? And then, so 45 seconds on, but the key to remember is that, and I did this on purpose, is that I think that the 15-second break, it keeps your endurance. It works on your endurance, right? So you're not getting much of a break. Like you're hitting your shoulders. I'm like, you know what? They don't need a big break to go right to the biceps. So that's why you specifically put those weights down or keep those weights, 15-second break. We go right into biceps. And as soon as you finish the biceps, guess what? We go right to the tricep. And then you're done with that block 1-minute break to change your weights. We show you the next 3 moves, the next shoulder, bicep, tricep move for block 2, and then another 1-minute break. But I purposely did the break short. So instead of you doing that,
because you're not hitting the same muscles again and again and again.
that's right.
Right. So, I mean, there's primary, secondary, and tertiary muscle groups that are involved in, say, a push-up. Right. So if you're doing push-up, everybody thinks chest, but it's also triceps and shoulders. I mean, it's involved. But what's great about yours is it's not, this is kind of a step beyond that, because you are literally working completely different body parts, which makes the transition easier from move to move, and you don't feel like you're getting fried. Because a lot of people freak out when they go, okay, I got to do this thing, and I got to keep moving, doing something else, and their time, the 45 seconds feels like a long time.
Right.
If you're wise and you pick the right weight or dumbbells, then you'll be fine. I mean, you'll be a little miffed, a little overwhelmed at first, I think. But I think in the end, if you're all, like you say, if it's all about form and function, I think you guys are going to really, really enjoy these transitions from one body part to another and all the different blocks. And the fact that you're not going to see 2 things twice. It just keeps your interest way, way up.
Right.
And my direction is really what makes it special.
That's true. That's true. It's the director's chair.
That's not true.
But the endurance component is exactly why I want that break to be short, because they finish their shoulders, their heart's pumping still.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So now I want to keep that heart rate somewhat up. 15 seconds, switch your weights right to biceps. So I'm purposely trying to keep that heart rate pumping for those 3 moves, the shoulder, bicep, tricep, and then we go into the next block with about a 1-minute break. A typical hypertrophy workout, you're going to hammer that muscle, and they'll say take a minute to 2 minutes.
Yeah, like 45 seconds to a minute and a half.
Move again.
Yeah, and that, that's kind of more P90X, where you guys are all watching us just chat between hard things to do. All right, so that's Motata, that's Uptown train.
Uptown.
Get into Midtown.
And now the Midtown train comes. So the Midtown is going to be that's your core, right? That's the Midtown is your core. You're going to do 2 blocks.
Does that go through Hoboken?
It skips Hoboken because it's the express. Hoboken's on a local.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, Hoboken's a local train.
All right.
This is the express train.
Do I get to see? Do I get to see Central Park?
Yes, you will.
Okay, good. I love to see it.
We're on the Midtown train. You're going to do 2 rounds. There are 8 moves. I'm looking at my head to make sure my notes, and I share with you exactly what's coming. But there's 2 rounds or 2 blocks of 8 exercises for your abdominals. Now, for me, I love hitting the front. I love hitting your sides, and I also love hitting the posterior chain and that lower back. So you're gonna have 8 moves.
That's really good posture.
And you're gonna do those for 30 seconds with a 15-second break, and you go right to move number 2. So again, there's not a lot of big break between move to move. 8 moves, a little bit of a break, and then we do round 2 or block 2 of those same 8 moves again. And that's it for the Midtown train. But we add Motata on top of that. So you're going to do that. You're going to do the 2 rounds of abs, and then you get up. We warm you up a little bit, and then you do 2 rounds of Motata to really now hit the calories.
No, I think you answered my question. My question doesn't need answer because I don't have one, because you answered it. So
cool.
So that's
cool. So I didn't want ab to be an only workout of abs only. I wanted it to be a mix of working their abs, but we're also getting some calorie burn.
So what is 2 questions? Yeah. What is the length of the workout number 1, the Motata? How long is that work routine? And are there did we do stop options?
So we'll bring that up too, that in many of the workouts, there's going to be ability for stop options for people to stop.
Okay, great.
But the Motata is a
Like front to
45 to 50 minute,
Okay.
Cardio blast or hit or YIT that you've been hearing me say. So
Mm.
majority of workouts are between 45 to 55.
Yeah, I think
somewhere in
50,
that
55
window.
was the longest one, but the stop options are in there,
Yeah.
which is
So
good.
Midtown train. We've done our abs.
Yeah.
And now we go downtown.
No, thank you.
Now we go downtown train. So now we're going downtown. We were uptown.
Whoa.
We got out of the uptown train.
Now, what parts of the
Now we're
city
Midtown.
are in the downtown train? Like if you're in New York City, where would you be?
Well,
sitting?
downtown, you're at the 9/11 Memorial.
Oh, you're at World
Yeah,
Trade.
you're below Greenwich Village.
Oh,
So
right,
Greenwich
right.
Village and lower,
Right.
for those who are curious about the New York City map.
I want to know you all to know. Who's never been to New York City? Raise your hand. Never been. Never been to New York City.
It's coming. The
it's-
Motown Express is going to take
This
you.
is going to introduce you to the city. This is very cool.
So downtown train. You've already figured that out. The downtown train is your leg workout, but that stands by itself.
It's also a gluteus maximus minimus. And
gluteus
it's buttocks,
maximus.
it's your butte.
Yes, it's the
your
bumper.
It's your bottom.
I often call it the bumper. Well, there's like 12 different names for back there.
Oh, there's more than that. There's a lot more than that.
So we're on a downtown train now. So now the downtown train is 3 blocks, right? And in that, there's going to be 8 different moves for your legs. Now, what I did in this is that someone asked me the other day on Instagram, are there going to be weights in there? Obviously, there's weights in the Uptown train. In the Midtown train, actually, if some of your workout partners, we sometimes give them a med ball.
A med ball or a dumbbell. Dumbbell would work.
And that you're going to be able to add weight to it or not. But in the downtown train, there's going to be certain moves where you can do a move with dumbbells, the 8 moves. You're going to do that for 3 blocks. There's going to be a stop option after 2 if you wanted to do it just 2.
So 8 moves, block 1, 8 moves, block 2.
Same moves.
8 moves,
So
block 3.
Yeah, so they're going to be the same moves. So
And how many? This is how many seconds or reps? No reps. How many seconds?
They're 50 seconds. So they're going to do the move for 50 seconds with a little bit more of a break on this one.
You'll be ready for Jackson Hole.
Give the legs a little bit of a break.
Ready for that.
But again, for what's first?
Shell,
Form
be
is
ready
first.
for Jackson Hole.
Form is first. So when you watch your workout partners do these leg moves, you're going to hear me talk a lot about their form and showing you what their form is, because I want you to be thinking about that same thing at home to be form first. My goal would be that if you did this program and you listen to us telling you about form first, is that you have a friend come over, or you go to the gym or wherever,
you can show them
and you show them a move that you learned on the Motown Express. They're all going to say that's exactly how they do that move, because they learned it, because they got their ticket and they hopped on the Motown.
They got on that train and they got in the non-smoking section.
So downtown train lives by itself, right? There's no, I purposely didn't put Motata after that because your legs are going to be flat.
Yeah, I was going to say
after that.
Motata after that. I don't think we did that. I don't think that would have been.
After downtown train, you go have your really healthy salad. That's all I'll say about that.
All right, Power Life Shake, please. Thank you very much.
Power City. Here's my favorite. Right, we did we're on Motata. We went Uptown train, Midtown train. We just did downtown train, and now we go to Power City. Power City is going to be your push and pull workout. That's your chest and your back muscles. I loved creating this, and when I did the beta testing on this one, it really became one of the favorite moves. So in the Power City, there are 4 blocks, right? And in those 4 blocks, just like an Uptown train, there's a different shoulder, bicep, and tricep move. In the 4 blocks of this workout, in block number 1, you're going to do a different push-up move, and you're going to do a different pull-up move. And here's what you do. The clock starts, and you're going to do 5 pushes. You're going to get up from your power stand, because everybody's got their power stand.
Oh, you would only help.
If you don't have the power stands, TonyHortonFitness.com.
Don't make me show you what
to get the power stands. You're going to do 5 pushes. In block 1, you're going to do 5 standard pushes.
5 reps or 5?
Sorry, what did I say? 5 reps.
5 reps.
5 reps.
5 pushes.
That's it.
Okay.
5 push-ups or pushes, and then you're going to get up.
This is weird.
And then whether you're using your bands, we have bands, or the pull-up bar, you're going to go up to the pull-up bar or your bands, and you're going to do only 2.
Right.
So it's
that's right,
5
dude.
pushes.
This is a very cool workout.
I love this workout.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to really like this workout. But here's the kicker. I don't think I've told them yet. You're going to do that for 4 minutes. So the clock is going to start, and you're going to go through 5 push-ups, 2 pull-ups, back to the floor, 5 push-ups, 2 pull-ups. Your intensity,
or bands if you don't have a pull-up bar.
or bands. You're
Whatever.
going to see one of your workout partners is going to be using bands, and some are going to be up on the pull-up bar. That's where I hop in a little bit. I do some of the pushes and pull-ups myself as well. It sounds a little crazy that you're going to be doing push-ups and pull-ups for 4 minutes straight, but don't let that scare you. But because I guarantee you, if you infuse your intensity to this, you take your time, and it's form first, right? You're going to hear me talking to the cast members or your workout partners of work on their form. I don't want you feeling like, I know some people want to, I'm going to see how many rounds I can get in 4 minutes. I know some of you are out there and want to do that. I want you focusing on your form first. You're going to do 5 really good form first push-ups, and then you're going to do 2. That's it, just 2 pull-ups or 2
lat
hold off
bands.
Yeah. And then block 1 is done. You get a 1 minute break, about a 1 minute break, and then myself and your workout partners will show you what the next push is. You said earlier about changing the angle, right? So your angle on the 4 blocks of your pushes are going to be different in each block, but 4 blocks for 4 minutes in each.
When you mean angle, you mean hand placement.
Correct, hand placement.
Yeah,
and
which changes things a lot. Yeah,
you're going to do, you're going to do a wide pull up, or with the bands, or wide up on the bar. You can do a standard pull up. I think I add in vaulter pull ups. Vaulters, for don't know, your hands are going to be this way, one's this way, and then every time you go up to the bar, you just switch your hands. So you don't have to try and remember, oh, what I do. You just simply switch it every time you go to the bar or the band,
unless you forget what you did before, and then hopefully
unless you forget.
Which
and then you do one hand like this for.
And one thing too that I want to emphasize for everybody is none of this routine is synchronized. It's not like we're doing 5 and you're doing 5, and then when we do our pull-ups, you do your pull-ups. Remember,
great point.
It's well, I'm here.
Yeah,
it's great. I'm here to help. I was there.
I appreciate you being here.
Thank you, man. So in that 4-minute period of time, which is really great, this is the kind of routine where you go, like, you've said it already a bunch of times. You go at your own pace, you go at your own speed. Your form is really important. But if you want to do your push-ups slow, do them slow. You want to do your lat pulls slow and do a little isometric hold at the bottom, you can do that as well. I want you all to be very, very creative and very, play with this here. There will be some of you that will be round counters. Like I did, I got, 18 rounds and in 4 minutes, 5-2, 5-2, 5-2. Others are going to go. Others are going to go.
Yeah. 2,
3, 4, and 5. Oh, is that a tenderloin? Or I got pull-ups. What? 3 minutes. I got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. You finish your tenderloin, and then you go 1 and hold it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it that way because that's different than what whoever's on the floor doing. And then you gotta do it right. So, which is real. And then that way, this same routine can be 18 different routines.
That's exactly right.
It really can.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think what I'm hoping that you hear right now is that, and this is specific. When I first started creating this, is that I want you to first think, I can do 5 push-ups. I can do 2
exactly right
bands or 2 pull-ups. I can do that. But you're going to do it for 4 minutes, and that's where the endurance component of all my workouts are, where you just keep going. I want to build up your endurance, which is a big part of the Motown Express.
And I want to interrupt you again. And what's awesome about this is usually when we have a certain number of reps to do, like you're always tracking, right? The number has been established for you. You know what the number is in advance, and the numbers are achievable for just about everybody. And let's say you can't do pull-ups and push-ups and they're really hard for you, then you do half push-ups. You do whatever you can. You crack your elbows a little bit, and then I think we emphasize trying to get on your feet and don't get on your knees. And it's just super achievable. And you can, when you do this routine, second time, third time, fourth, fifth, sixth, 18th time, if you do it 18 times, he gets bigger checks. Anyway, so that's important for him and his family. But what happens is it's really easy to track how much faster you're going. You get to see kind of how you did it in the past compared to how you're doing it now. And what I think is a lot of people are going to notice is they're going to notice how quickly they improve because of the way you designed this.
No, right. Love it. Thank you for that.
Well,
Love it.
True.
Love it.
It's all true.
So one thing, so I know people like to power up, people like to power down, and it's up to them how they want to do it. I know in this workout, as I was testing it, I ran myself through it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put a weighted vest on because I want to go a little crazier. And I know there's some here that have weighted vests at home, and you're going to have that option. I mean, if they just feel like, well, right now they're thinking, oh, I can do 5 push-ups and 2 push-ups, but throw a weighted vest on, and then
or
you take it off.
You can duct tape some 2-pounders all over your body.
You can
Just
duct tape
the 2-pound weights on
your
body.
Cats and your dogs. You can duct tape them around him.
Your dogs love duct taped to you.
So there's that option as well.
Doberman pincher right here across your chest.
So if you want to add weight to it, you can do that. But I think I got a feeling that after 4 rounds or 4 minutes of doing a different push and a different pull, you're going to feel that you've gotten a really good push and pull workout in. But guess what? When they're done with those 4 rounds,
Motata.
a Motata on top.
That's stupid.
I just did this because I think you do this. I think I may have caught that from you. Doesn't he do that often?
I do a lot of silly things.
I just went like that. I think they, and I don't know.
Everybody do it. It's fun. Tim, let me see it.
Those 4 rounds are going to go by.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice.
And then you're going to do Moga on top of that. So
is that another 45, 50-minute jobby? I can't remember.
The entire workout is about 50 minutes of doing the 4 rounds of 4 minutes each, right? So there's a warm up. You can almost do the math here: 4, 4, 4, and 4 with a 1 minute in between, and then you throw Moga on top of that. So you do your really good chest and back workout.
Is this the same Moga as you'd see in other ones, or did you create different sequences? Because I can't remember.
All different moves.
Oh, Lord.
So every Moga that they do after a workout is going to be a different move after the work. So Power City, 4 rounds, and then we do the Moga on top of that. We give you a little bit of break. We show you what the moves are, the 2 moves. And you're going to do Moga, which is 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds. And we do that for 5 rounds.
20 seconds on, 10 seconds off.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Okay.
And then we just cycle through those. And again, 10 seconds is like enough time for one big inhale. And then boom, you're back doing that Moga move.
And then again, you still have your remote. You still have you still pause it, whatever you guys and gals need to do. I don't want anybody to ever feel like if the pace is too much, and it might be for some, and for others, it'll feel great. You know what I mean? And don't beat yourself up. I was on a podcast yesterday, and there was one of the questions was, what's the, I get this question every time, and I give them a different answer just to make people nervous and confused. But what's the biggest thing that gets in everybody's way? And I said, obviously it's lack of motivation or the purpose stinks or whatever it is. But judging the process, I think is really one of the real, things that get in our way. Just like, be all right, be absolutely okay with exactly what's happening. And that should be the case in, maybe more areas other than just exercise. But then, at the same time, you have to keep showing up like you do with everything else in your life, and then you'll see improvements. I mean, I would say intensity is great, but consistency is better. Consistency means everything. And because this is new, like Michael Bradley's animal flow routine, I crushed that day 1. Nobody did. I still can't do half the crap that he makes us do. But whenever you're challenged at level, whether it's the pace or the move or whatever it is, your body is maybe not killing it, not crushing it, but it's doing its best. Your brain and your body are working together to do the best you can. And that's how your body really changes. That's how your strength changes. That's how your balance changes. That's how your flexibility changes. And that's what we want. And because nobody here is getting younger day by day, we're all aging. But if you're challenging your body, because I know these people that get on a Peloton, God bless them. You know what I mean? It's just unless you're on it 3 times a week and you eat celery, you just, and then, doing a Peloton doesn't work your core. Not really. Doesn't work your shoulders or your arms or your chest or your back. Not really. It's good for your heart, lungs, and your legs. It's very one-dimensional. And what Scott has created is a multiple dimensional program that gets after everything.
Love it.
And so your last thing is Moga, is that right?
Last thing is Moga, but Shona, thank you. I think she named this. So this is now called the Motata loop.
Where did she write that?
Right here.
The Motata loop.
I think that's what she's talking about. The Motata loop. That is the Motata loop.
Yeah. So if you're the conductor on the train, we're coming to a stop.
That is the Motata loop. All right, so
Thank you, Mrs. Horton.
yes.
Very smart one.
All right, so that was 5 days, and now day 6 is Moga. Now Moga, I'll start by saying that it's not a big secret that I have difficulty with yoga, right? I don't show up often for yoga,
But he'll be here tomorrow at 9 a.m. to do it. Like Mary better be here. Who's that next to you, Mary?
Garrett.
Garrett, I think
Garrett.
we're gonna have a full house here at the joint. I'm excited. I'm gonna go to bed right now because I'm so excited about because usually I'll invite 3,714 people and 2 come. Vache and my wife, Shauna. They're the only 2 show up. And Mary stops by once in a while.
I can't wait to do yoga. I mean, what's it called? Yoga.
Yoga. Just playing you with a Y.
Just playing.
So why is your yoga special?
This is why. So here's why I created it. And some of these folks know when I'm in a yoga class, whether it's Ted's or anybody, and Ted's amazing, right? I just love,
he's good
love
at what he
Ted.
does.
And I know the benefits of yoga. The challenge that I've always had in yoga classes
is wanting to do it.
But I get myself there. I lay my mat out, I take my shoes off, and I'm in. Okay, I'm going to do this yoga thing.
Stinky feet. That's your thing.
That is not my thing.
Okay.
But I'm always challenged with feeling like I'm doing something wrong, or I'm not keeping up with the person next to me, the person behind me, or the yogi master, or the yogi. And I would be, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be up here. I screwed up. And I'm
learning that right now.
Yeah, you are.
Really?
Yeah. I would
never judge you in a trillion years, bro. Ever. I'm gonna cry right now. I'm learning this thing about you, brother.
That was, I love the benefits of yoga, right? I mean, and everyone has, well, not everyone. When I've done a yoga class, I've committed to it. And I just suck it up, and I know that I was in the wrong position. Oh, let me catch up. I'm not in downward dog. I'm supposed to be in upward dog. Oh my gosh, I'm screwing up. I know how amazing I feel after a yoga class with Ted or whoever that yogi is, but I wanted to change it up a bit. And what Moga is a focus on your inhale and exhale, just like in yoga. But you're going to do an inhale, and then you're going to fall into your stretch on the exhale. And you're going to do that same flowing move for 2 minutes. So I start a timer. For instance, if you're laying on the floor and your legs are out in front of you, and you're here, you're going to take a nice big inhale, emphasizing the inhale. Your stomach is supposed to go out on the inhale, and then as you exhale, your hands go down your legs. You grab onto your ankles, your toes, wherever you are, and you're going to exhale through that stretch. And then on your own, this is where it's also important. My point about feeling like I'm in the wrong position, when you do Moga, you're in charge of your inhale. You're in charge of your exhale. I'm going to be focusing on trying to get you to inhale as much as you can and to stay down deep in that stretch as long as you can for the exhale. And then I tell people to close their eyes, because like I said, like when I'm in a yoga class and my eyes are open and I'm looking to make sure I'm in the right position,
helps you be more present.
It does help me be more present. And I feel what I'm doing more. So I'm going to encourage you to close your eyes and just think about your inhale and your exhale. You're going to hear me say it a lot, where I want you to focus on how much you can, challenging yourself on how much you can inhale and how much you can exhale, and hold the end of that stretch. And then when you're done, your brain says you're out of oxygen, come back up, take your inhale, and go down back into that stretch. And we take you through there's about I think 9 or 10 different moves in Moga that you'll experience. But again, the point is that you get that stretch done, and you're focusing on your mindfulness of breathing. When I do it with my eyes closed, some of the people that have done Moga with me know that oftentimes when I close my eyes, I feel more focused, and I almost feel like I'm having an outer body experience. I feel like I'm standing over top of myself, watching myself take care of myself.
Kidding. Just kidding. It's the first time I got in trouble today, right there, because I'm silly.
I'm gonna bite my tongue.
Yeah. And last time I got high was 1977. So I think I'm okay.
Mine was 79.
So yours was Thursday.
Mine was last Thursday. So
only in states where it's.
I am high right now.
No,
I am totally high.
You're high on life.
I am high on life right now. That you folks have joined us for this time, and I mean, and your time is precious. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that you spent this precious time of yours to watch me and Tony and describe to you what's coming. That train's coming, the Motown Express. But Moga, I hope you enjoy Moga as much as I do, of really focusing on that inhale and that exhale. And shout out to Mary. Mary is in, shout out to Mary. Mary is in Moga.
And one thing too, I want to say, I have one thing I want to say about Moga and a couple more questions that maybe some of you are thinking about or not, but I think they'll be helpful for everybody. Number one, Moga is kind of like Yoga 101 in that sense. It's not overly complicated. We're not going from Baddha Konasana to, Warrior 7. It's really, it's like a stretch class meets best way to describe it is
breathing.
Well, there's the breath work that is attached to the movements, which allows your body to open up more freely, as opposed to kind of rushing through a vinyasa or something where, up dog, down dog, inhale, halfway up, jump back, warrior 1, half moon, blah, 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 which, that's usually comes with time to be able to get to those sequences. The simplicity of yours allows people to take the judgment out. I highly recommend doing it with a blindfold. No, I don't know. I'm gonna put one on you tomorrow.
Yes,
I think we should all wear them tomorrow. That'd be fun. But it also again, like I said earlier in this conversation, is it opens up your body to a certain degree, so that when you're doing the other exercises, Uptown, Midtown, everything else, that it's just you're less vulnerable to getting injured, and you're more durable in general when you're doing everything else, and that's sort of really important. I mean, that's, like I said, that's why I put yoga and everything. But this is just the breath work and the closing your eyes. It's just a different thing, and I like the fact that you took a different approach than the traditional yoga thing.
Yeah, thanks. That was the goal, to just change it up a little bit, and what I've been doing for the last 3 years. And I said, let me see if you and Sean will be open to me.
Dude, whatever. We just let you do your thing, bro, because we really love and respect what you created. Question number 1: 6 exercises. How many months, weeks is this?
Six workouts.
Six workouts, but how many? Is this a 30-day thing or a 60-day
thing? 2 months. So I created a 30-day calendar, and once you finish that 30 days, we mix it up a little bit, and it's going to be a different sequence of the workouts in the next 30 days.
So this is what I would call a mastery program. This reminds me of the moves don't, the sequences don't, the names don't, of the original Power 90. Where you did the 6 in week 1, you did the 6 in week 2, the 6 in week 3, and the 6 in week 4. And then the variety, the muscle confusion comes from the second month. That's right? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that was my question.
Yeah, exactly right. The 2 months, and by the calendar. So this Monday, November 6th, is the day that the Motown Express pulls into your town. Not literally, by the way. We're not hopping a train.
Oh no,
sorry.
I think we have 8,000 men and women on a team right now building those rails.
Tracks.
Those rails are coming through. And by the way, some of you are going to have to move because it's going right through your house.
Right.
You're going to have to relocate to the other side of the tracks.
Tennis ball. Squirrel. So 30 days. 30 days, and you do next. Oh, the timing. So Monday it starts, day 1. But here's one of the last things I'll share, and we can open up the questions.
You're talking about this coming Monday?
This coming Monday.
Which is what?
November 6th. That's the day. That's the day the train comes in with a trumpet player on the train. I hired a trumpet player for the train ride, for your train ride. We're going to have salads and vegan chocolate chip cookies on board that Christine Kepik is going to make for us for our chocolate chip cookies. Thank you, Christine. But here's the thing. The calendar came out perfect, where the last day of the 2 30-day windows
is Christmas morning.
Is December 31st.
Oh my God.
Is New Year's Eve.
What a gorgeous way to start 2024.
I thought so. And when I heard about the timing of it, I'm like, I love it. Here's what I want to end.
Well, you can thank Mrs. Horton for that. Mrs. Horton.
Yes. Thank you, Shona. Yeah. Going back to Moga, make sure you take a nice, big, deep breath. That's an inside joke that we're going to keep between us, but
I don't know what. Well, you're ahead of me on that.
No, I'm not. If you thought about it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I love that it ends on the 31st, because we all know the narrative. We all know the narrative. We come into November and December, and we get to this point in the year, and all of a sudden this power comes over. You know what? I'm just gonna wait till January 1st.
Stupid, wrong,
Train doors open.
dumb,
November 6th.
not you.
Get in a train.
Stop
doors
it.
closed,
Better.
Train goes out. All the
Motown.
way to December 31st. So my goal would be that you lace up. I like saying lace up, like you lace up those shoes, and you commit to showing up on these workouts. And that way, come January 1st, people are gonna be like, "Hey, what's your New Year's resolution for January 1st?"
I need one because I did
don't need one.
Motown. Yeah, it's to go on vacation and take advantage of my health and my wellness and my strength and my flexibility and all the good things that I've done starting on Monday, the 6th of November. You know, honestly, dude, you know, this is the reason why I think there's no better guy to go out at 2020, because 2023 has been, oh my God, what a goofy year for sure for a lot of people. You know what I mean? So, you know, and there's only so many things you can control. And I know I sound like a broken record. What you put in your gob and how you move your bod. It's a gob and bod thing. Write that down. Tattoo that to your forehead. Gob and bod. When you take care of the gob and the bod, then you have more control over all the things that seem really chaotic in general for everybody else. It's just, it gives you the enthusiasm you need and the energy that you need and the productivity that you want and the creativity to be able to be the best human you can be. And you're just the man to finish things up, bro.
So appreciate it. So appreciate it. Y'all that are watching it on the Zoom here and watching on the platform. And you're maybe hearing this for the first time of us putting, you know, me sharing on Instagram and trying to get folks just to come and listen to Tony and I talk about this. So grateful that you're at least thinking about it, at least thinking about making the investment, because it's an investment. You're making an investment, and then it's up to you on that, on what the ROI is on that investment.
So, ROI, what's that stand for?
Return on investment.
Oh.
So it's you.
What are you, a
it's
banker?
Up to you. It's up to you. Incredible. On how you want it, what that return is, right? I mean, it's one thing to make that investment, right? You're putting skin in the game. So,
what are you, a gambler now? You're a banker gambler.
Changing 100. Changing 100.
I love the. I'm gonna steal all these. These are all good ones, man.
Changing 100.
I love it, brother. Look at you know, it's just he's such a good man. Like, you know, I've got a lot of friends. Very lucky to have the friends that I have.
Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. They all have a bet. They all have a bet going on. And when is he going to cry?
Dude, you know what a wonderful person you are, and how you've grown as a human being, and how important this is not only for yourself. I mean, you walk the walk, but your desire to want to share this hard work, this thing that you've put together with everybody else who you know are going to benefit from it, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff on the platform. You know what I mean? But you know, this is if they put some skin in the game, you get to put some skin in the bank. And so you guys better start download this thing and just go for a walk. Who cares? You know what I mean? So that way he still makes the bread. It's not about that.
Energy. Money is energy.
Yeah.
That's what our good friend David taught me.
David
Kelmanson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's true, man.
Money is energy, and energy just gets used to create other energy.
Exactly right.
And I love that.
And it's everybody's participation here. You know, it's our subscribers that are on Power Nation, and it's growing slowly, but it's moving in the right direction because people kind of get what we're trying to do. It's a very authentic thing here. You know, there's a lot of other organizations out in the world where it's all about the money and all about the T and the A and the silly ways in which they try to push their silliness. And we don't need to do that. This just feels really authentic and comes from a place of love and a desire to help, you know. I don't see too many questions over here. I do see a lot of comments about Scott and I. Here's one. You two are a mess together. Oh, that's probably true. Can't wait till this one starts. I'll play on a continuous loop, LOL. Well, that'll be entertaining. You'll work your core. That's the Midtown train. We watch this again. The Motata loop. Thank you, Sean. Very so excited to start. Thank you, Andrea. Moga is amazing. One of my faves. Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
In the beta. Just take a deep breath. Yeah, thank you. That was for Shauna. That's okay. I'll go with Scotty Mo. He has the room for all of us.
It might be comments from Mother.
Oh, I see.
Talking about or joining us for yoga.
Are you sharing any of your plant-based nutrition in this program?
Oh, great question. I'm not.
Well, then eat dirt, all of you.
Eat bark and leaves. we teach you to eat bark and leaves.
But
for
you'll
60 days.
you'll
No.
still have access. Like if
Well-
people are doing the program, they want to still access you. How
Yeah.
do they do that when they
Yeah.
want to ask questions?
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to go to scottymo.xyz to my website to learn more about, my plant-based lifestyle, they're welcome to do that.
And what would they find there? Just out of
They'd
curiosity.
find my plant-based recipe books, my recipe packs that I created, probably 20 of them or so right now. And, they're between $9 and $14.
And how would they incorporate those recipes with what you're doing?
The recipe packs are built, most of them are 15 recipes, and they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner
Mhm.
with a little bit of sweets in the plant-based recipe pack.
Because life
Um,
is short.
But it's got a shopping list. It's got QR codes if they wanted to really dial into MyFitnessPal. They have QR codes where they can really track. Thank you, Mary. She's showing up, showing the April
That is-
plant-based recipe.
What is that?
pack.
Strawberries and ham? What is that over there? It looks like
That's
Oh.
probably one of the acai bowls or
nice.
fruit
nice.
bowls, but yeah,
Thanks for
thank you.
sharing
I
your-
mean,
Well, that, I mean,
plant-based.
dude, it's such-
you
you-
turned me on to plant-based and trying vegan.
Oh, who
uh,
else? I think who else put something up there? Was that you, Angie?
Angie has a notebook. She has a notebook with my recipes, and
Show more of that.
these people are so beautiful.
Look at
They
the
are.
notebooks. Really,
They're trying to make me cry. You're trying to make me cry.
Dan McCourt didn't put his up. That's kind of lame, Dan. You better get on it.
Dan's got some. He's got some. Yeah, look at that heart with
Is that a sketch of Scotty Mo on that?
that's one of the Apple icon of me.
Oh, right.
Oddly, it looks like me that Apple created for me, but
Oh, nice.
Um,
It's identical. It's a doppelganger.
but plant-based eating, it's not part of the program, but certainly choose something, right? I don't fly the vegan flag like many people know, but when they ask me about it, I tell them my story that I did it for 14 days, and that was almost 6 years ago.
And who challenged you to do that?
You did.
Oh, that's weird.
He challenged me to do it, and I needed a nutrition challenge. Now, if you're thinking right now and you're watching this, and you know what, I'm gonna do his program for the next 2 months, but I want to tie in some fitness or some nutrition challenge to it. Well, then reach out. And but if we want, we can talk with Sean afterwards. That
Mhm.
if we wanted to include something or put something on a Power Nation platform, I'd be more than happy to create some sort of intel or resource for them that's plant-based specific for anybody that is interested. I'd love to share that.
Let's see what else we have. Are you still intermittent fasting?
I am. Yeah, about
Yeah.
3 days a week. I still IF.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And what are the benefits that you're noticing from that? That's good, 'cause it's a time to heal, a time to
intermittent fasting.
regenerate. Yeah,
I've
get your digestive
retained
system-
muscle,
Mhm.
but I've lost a little bit of body fat by intermittent fasting.
Well, that's
So I've
never-
retained muscle, which I wanted to do, and that was my goal. I said I'm going to try it, but I don't want to lose muscle.
Right.
But I was able to retain the muscle with Power Life being a big part of my supplement protocol.
Right.
I was able to retain the muscle. I'll lose a little bit of that body fat, and I just felt better. I just felt like these little mini cleanses to do these intermittent fasting. I'm on 16-8. I don't do any more than that because at 15 hours and 59 minutes, I am hungry.
Yeah, dude.
And I am eating.
Yeah. I do have a version of that where I don't eat till noon most days, unless I'm so flipping
And
hungry.
Brian is
That's
so
Brian.
inspiring what
Yeah,
Brian's been able
and
to do.
he looks great. He's
with that.
strong, and gives my digestive tract a chance to take a break.
Angie said that the vegan banana muffins are outstanding.
Nice. She also
That's
says,
that's
I have all the recipe packs. There are some outstanding recipes in them. When does Nick, maybe you didn't catch that, the calendar drops on. Do they get it, John? Do they get the calendar before the actual day of? Do they get some time to look at it? Curious.
before Monday?
Before
The
Monday.
calendar's attached to the videos like all the other ones.
The calendar's attached
boom.
to the videos, like all the.
Yeah.
How did
So
she-
they all know where to find them. We are
Oh,
contemplating, I don't know how far along we are in this, but if we have the videos up
You
in
guys hear?
time, we'll try and get everyone who attended this mastermind early access, but that's still in the works because editing took longer than we expected.
And then what about, I see something here. You can start a challenge in the Facebook page. Is that a question?
Yes, Scotty Mo can start a challenge right in the Facebook page. So just,
Absolutely.
yeah, just get
Yeah.
into the group and start rallying people for the program. And then, you know, however you want to design your vegan challenge, get everybody on board.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'd gladly do that. And on top of that, I mean, I'm active in the pages already, as many of you know, but I'm going to be super active in there. Like I want to really see how people are what their feedback is on the program. I'm going to be giving you high fives throughout these next 2 months. I can't wait for that. But I will be active in there, and I'll be accessible certainly through the pages there or through my website.
I love this. I think this is the funniest thing. Rachel Lynn, above Aunt Rachel, you guys probably can all see this. I don't know if you can see the chat as well as I can. Vegan banana muffins are outstanding, which Scott pointed out. And of course, Rachel wrote Mo fins.
Mo fins.
Mo dash fins.
Mo fins. I gotta come with another
Whoa,
recipe.
dude, that's you're
we'll
gonna
be
be in every
Mo
Ralph. You're gonna be in
fins.
every Ralph's by midsummer 2024. And the Italian lemon orzo soup, dude. There's some gold.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's really good.
I have 14-day plant challenge. Now, hey, I wanted to open up to all of you. You can feel free to unmute yourselves if you have any other questions, and for Scotty or me, if there's, I probably have nothing to say, because you've said it all very well. But feel free, and if not, we can just bid you adieu. And Muffins, Rachel.
Muffins.
So good.
Love
Scotty.
it.
So
Love it.
I heard mention that there was a lot of editing for Scotty Mo. Is there gonna be a
Who
bleeper
said
reel,
that?
or
Who said that?
it's Nick? It's Nick. Hey.
I don't know.
That there was a lot of editing.
That's what I heard from Shauna.
No,
I
no,
saw
no,
it just a
no,
second
here's
ago.
what we
more
did.
than, it was
We-
no more than usual. It's just that he was so far behind from PowerSync 60, and editing issues kept coming up. So he had to keep working and working and working on PowerSync 60, which put him about a month behind on Scott's stuff. So it was a lot of last minute things he didn't expect. Well, none of us expected.
I think Nick was being silly and saying that, because Scott was being whatever. Here's what actually happened when we shot Scott's program. I would say action, and then I would take a nap. And then Scott would say, thanks, everybody. We'll see you for the next one. And then I'd wake up, and then we had it in the can.
You are very kind.
And then we did that. We did that 6 times. 6 times. I was in the room. I've only seen them, because we shot them straight through. They were perfect, every one of them. Absolutely perfect.
Very kind. Very kind. Thanks,
Anybody,
Nick. I
anybody
appreciate
else?
that.
Anybody else? Oh, I didn't realize
Scotty.
we had these people.
Sean,
How are you, Betty?
hey man, you going to Jackson Hole this winter?
I'll be there.
Sidebar.
I'll see you guys soon.
What's up?
You
dude?
didn't mention you're doing a preview workout Saturday, right?
Oh, almost forgot that. Thank you, Sean.
Oh,
plug for
where's
that.
Sean? I don't see Sean.
Right here.
Oh, there's Sean. Okay, he's right in the middle of my screen. What am I, blind? Yeah, Sean.
Yes, good Saturday.
question.
Today's Thursday.
Take it away.
Tomorrow's yoga, apparently.
At my house, he'll be here.
And on Saturday at 10:30 Pacific time. Oh gosh, I'm so glad you brought this up, Sean, because we have 2 amazing people who are going to join me for a
Would
live
that be?
workout. That would
Who?
be where are they? Dr. Terry Walker
He's sitting in
and
my-
Mr.
sitting in
Jason
my-
Lane. The 2 of them, I know some of you know about this, but they both flew in to be here. They're actually in the other room listening to the mastermind.
You guys,
right now.
come in. Come on in.
They're in the movie room. You guys can come on up.
Come on in.
Come on upstairs. Come on upstairs. You can turn your phones off and come on up here. But the 2 of them are going to join me for the live workout on Saturday, 10:30 Pacific time. But here's the beauty of that workout. Oh, I'm so glad, Sean, that you brought this up, because what we did, and I've been working with Jason and Terry now for the last probably 4 weeks to get ready for this. The Saturday workout is going to be a showcase of all the workouts in the program. So we're going to take you through a little bit of Motata. We're going to take a little bit of Uptown. Then we're going to go down Midtown. Then we're going to go downtown. And then we're going to go Power City. And then we're going to finish it off with Moga. And
Here
these
they are.
2
Here's-
beautiful people, you guys can come back behind us here.
There they are.
And
There they are.
there they are.
There they are.
They got more fans than all of us do. But these 2 have been
Whoa.
such a
That's a black and blue.
Oh.
That's a black and blue. Listen, you cannot move a video while people are spotlighted.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
So I am so excited that these 2, we've been practicing this routine for the last couple weeks on Zoom. and we are doing a workout Saturday that's going to give all of you a showcase of basically
How
the
long will
entire-
that be?
we got it down to what, 50 minutes?
Are there stop options?
There are not really.
But you
No,
got,
I
you
mean,
got,
but it's
all right.
I mean, they're gonna be
They can
doing-
stop if they want, though.
they can stop if they want to,
I wouldn't, though.
but they're
Why
the
would you want to see
showcase-
it all?
You want to see all of it.
Hmm.
But we ended with Moga. So Moga is the last thing that the three of us are going to do on Saturday. So we're going to take you through every train. We start with
Oh my
with
God.
Motata. We go
Do
uptown.
that, how many tickets
go
is that?
Midtown.
I got a ticket
We
for
go-
uptown, downtown.
We go
It's
downtown.
expensive.
We
It's
go to
expensive
Power
day on the
City.
rails.
They're going to be doing push-ups and pull-ups. They're going to alternate between the pull-up bar
Where are you
and the
shooting
resistance
that?
bands in your gym.
My gym?
In your gym.
He's
In your gym.
Oh
just
my,
finding out.
oh my gosh, I had no idea.
So that's there we go.
I knew that.
It's
I
Motata time.
I knew that. Sean, thank you. Great question. Anyone else?
Yeah, thanks,
Anyone? Anyone? Bueller. Come on, come on. Dan McCord, ask
Thank
a
you,
question.
Andrea.
Ask me what the weather's like.
Thank you,
It's
Andrea.
hot and dry. Okay, good question. Next.
So excited.
Yoga live tomorrow, Tony?
Is yeah. We could make it live tomorrow. We could. Look at Shauna. Look at what she just made me do. Yeah, you know what? We'll make it live. It's at 9:00 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It will be about an hour and 10 or 15 minutes. So if you want to stop anywhere along the way, you can.
However, you're gonna have to do it Facebook Live or Instagram Live because this is unscheduled for Monique. So,
Oh yeah, it'll be Instagram. You guys all cool with
Okay.
Instagram?
Yeah, I can
We'll-
help
we'll
with
do-
either one.
Yeah, Scott can help with that. So that means you'll have to come a little early and
Yeah,
set
yeah.
that up.
Yep.
Yeah, why not? And this is my usual Friday thing, you know what I mean? And this is what we did quite regularly during COVID. You know, we had our dance party on Fridays, and I would do plyo sometimes, and then we do our yoga. So it's a pandemic all over again. No, but it will have the yoga part of that. And so join us. That's going to be a tight
Okay.
little space. We'll have to move some gym equipment around. That's all right. Any other questions?
Backyard.
Jan, Rachel, Christine. Look at Christine's gym. Look at a little
Hey,
space
Ralph.
back there. That looks good back
Good
there.
to see you, Ralph. Wendy. Hey, Doreen. Will, good to see you, Will. Yeah, man.
All the Scotty Mo
Yes.
fans are here. You have more fans than I do now. I have one of these things and 4 people are in here.
What is we looking at, Jason? Is that like
That's
the
Jason.
bathroom, or is that your phone, Jason?
Yeah, I was trying to get very quickly, so
Oh.
just made a point to ceiling.
Okay.
Look at your ceiling right now.
I'm more excited
Dell,
for a Jason
Laura.
Lane appearance than anything else. That's what I'm
Jennifer,
excited for.
Terry.
What was that? Who was saying something there? Hold on. Say that again.
That
I
was
said,
Gary.
I'm more excited for a Jason Lane appearance than anything else going on. That's
I'm,
my
I'm-
favorite.
Oh, there
I'm
you
meeting
go.
him for the very first time. His
Yeah.
I mean,
arms
that's
are
what
almost,
half of
his
us are
arms are
here for.
almost.
That's
We're
what
all
I'm here for.
Jason.
Is
Where did we go? We're,
we're gone.
Terry,
This is-
Terry, show him off your flex. Show him Terry. There you go, Terry. Terry,
I
show
don't
him
think
your
so.
girl
Yeah,
right
I
there.
don't think so.
Way to
Yeah,
go,
it's a
Terry.
good
Way to
think
go.
so.
Yeah.
Tony's closer to the camera, that's not fair.
Yeah, get in. Back up more, Terry. You too, Jason. All right, everybody. let me see if I get closer. Wham!
Okay, now you
Guys,
can say hi,
super
Tony.
exciting.
Hi,
I hope some of
Tony.
you come for the yoga tomorrow, and then of course that's Scott the following day here at 10 o'clock our time.
10:30.
10:30. Don't
now
say
lean in
10.
and say
10
hi.
is so
Hi,
wrong.
Tony.
Hey, Charles.
Charles, you're looking
That's
Charles.
okay.
Charge, Bubba. Wendy, it's good to see
Hi,
you.
Miss
face too.
Mary.
Good seeing you. Oh, he's all about Mary. He's
I know.
sitting here making.
Yeah, that was a
googly eyes
great.
at
By the way, I
Mary.
love that movie too. Love that movie. It's all about Mary. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Scotty Morgan. Congratulations. Here you go.
Thank
dude.
you, Shauna.
Here we
Thank
go.
you.
Here we
You too.
go. Good times
you.
ahead. That's right.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Yep. And you all better
Everybody on
sign up
Zoom.
for the yoga retreat in Jackson Hole, or I'll never speak to you again. And by the way, before I forget, can I just finish with this? Dan.
You are killing me, dude.
Court.
We should all do it together.
Is that fun? I know. Thank you for
Uh,
chiming in there, bro.
Yes.
So we'll see some of you tomorrow, I hope, and we'll see all of you for
Saturday.
sure, plus more on Saturday.
Thanks, Laurel.
Thank you very, very much.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks,
Bye.
Dan.
Bye.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Peace out. Peace,
Bye, bye,
love,
bye.
and hugs.